Hi everyone, welcome to Magic Carpet Life, your weekly wonder trip into the infinite discovery of who you are.
Ooh.
I'm your host, Tiffany Josephs, and I am here to enchant the world to a higher love. Why are you here? Have you thought about it? Have you put it into words? Have you shouted it from the rooftops? Well, this is your time. The world has never been more ready to receive your unique magic. And you can think of me as your cosmic cheerleader on your path to discovering just how true that is. So, intro done. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with...
Good morning.
What do we do first? Should we sing?
I don't know. I think probably some kind of like jazz hand combo together.
Like some
and then
Judy
together
Garland.
we come in, we go like this. We sing a little song and we make a little magic.
I
on
love
the
it.
magic carpet ride.
This is the Magic Carpet Ride. Thank you for
I
joining
am so
me.
happy to be here on this journey with you, and it's just so wonderful to actually connect with you because we had met like what 4 years ago.
Well, I saw you from afar, like a lot of people in this town probably. They see you on stage because this woman is frequently on stage. So I don't remember. It's something you were emceeing.
Okay.
And I was like, damn girl, like just the style and the attitude and the fun. You were just like radiating fun. And you were really comfortable with it. How many people are comfortable being so fun and so comfortable in their body when they're on stage with a microphone in their hand?
I don't know. It's definitely something that has taken me quite some time to get to, and I realized...
Really? So you weren't just born with
no,
a mic
no,
in your hand?
No. In fact, I feel like I started to get more comfortable with being in front of the audience when I was actually hosting bingo at Sputnik, which was 10 years ago. And so I'd call the bingo numbers, and I'd DJ from my iPod, and I just learned how to be free. And at that time, I had just started my first band. And one of the guys who helped me start my band was just like, Brandi, every performance is a practice. Every practice is a performance. And it really just kind of freed me. And just as things progressed, I just started to let go of any baggage that I had anticipated other people were thinking about me and feeling this like self-judgment, and these people were judging me, and then I was just like, just be me. And it was almost like once I just understood that freedom, I could get up in front of 10,000 people and just let go and be free.
I love the word freedom for that. Once you could experience the freedom. And just all you got to do is call their numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, if bingo's the gig, just call their numbers
Right.
and everybody's your friend. And if you're up there long enough and you're pulling, enough balls out of the thing, that is a really interesting beginning. So you're at, what is Sputnik?
Sputnik is a bar on South Broadway in Denver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've driven by it.
And it's just a wonderful community bar that I've been frequenting since I was 21.
Oh my God.
It was really fun. It was something so simple and so just the art of calling balls leading to this freedom, but was so much more than that. And just starting to get like witty with like B5 and coming up with something, just witty and silly.
Yeah, it was
with
like
each
your
number.
improv.
Yeah.
It was like I'm just going to have fun with
Yeah.
this. And you're having fun with your outfit today.
Yes.
I liked the throw.
Thanks.
The throw of the
Thank you.
leather. That was dramatic and amazing. And it's Friday.
It's Friday, and I was just like, I want to be in my comfortable, cozy shirt. And this shirt actually was at my parents' house. So I've been spending a lot more time over at my parents' house. And there was just a drawer full of old T-shirts. And I was just like, what? This old Avalanche shirt from 1996 when they won the Stanley Cup?
Woo!
So,
Aren't they doing good this year? I'm not
I
a
have no
hockey
idea.
fan. I think they're doing
Did they start?
Steven, do you
Steven
know
is
about the
the-
Avalanche? Do you know anything about hockey?
Did it start, or is it in the middle of the season, or did it just end?
What's happening with the Avs this year?
Just starting.
Okay, it's just
Okay,
getting
yeah.
started.
So we're representing just getting started with
Okay.
the Avalanche.
You're getting the,
Yep. But just really, I don't know, I've just been feeling this like grounding in my life and this simplicity in my life and really kind of going back to my roots. And this is definitely very rooty. This is very like...
Yeah, pull the shirt out.
Yeah.
Well, see, you've done this thing, though. Like, you really, you've, like, this is what my mom would say, toughen it up. You got to toughen it up. You got to roll it up. You got to do the thing here. Yep. See, in the 80s, we would have done a scrunchie.
Oh, there. Or that plastic little loop.
Or the plastic thing.
I want one of those plastic loops.
It made it so easy.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, and this is what all the girls are doing now. Like, my 9-year-old is trying to show her torso. And I'm like, you're 9. Back down. Pull that baby back down.
It's really weird to see these kiddos and these teenagers and these millennials wearing the fashions that we wore in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, bringing it back.
Yeah, really weird. I
mean, neon should always be brought back.
Yeah.
Neon.
Yeah. I saw somebody in a body glove shirt, and I'm like,
do you even know what you're wearing?
It was a throwback shirt. It was new.
Oh, really? It wasn't as vintage.
No, it wasn't vintage.
Cross colors, bum equipment,
Genera, hyper
color. Yes. But those were horrible in puberty because where would you get the hyper color? Under your pits.
Oh, I didn't sweat. I'm not a sweater, so
I had this boyfriend when I was 13. And, he was my 13-year-old boyfriend. He was like everything in my life, and he used to wear this hypercolor shirt, and I was like, please don't wear the hypercolor shirt because it just shows where you're sweaty.
Oh, what was his name?
Oh, do I want to embarrass him? He's never going to hear this. His name? No, I can't say his name.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, if that ever got back to him, he'd be like, that's what you talked about? That was the story you shared about me?
We don't need to know his name.
On YouTube or whatever. He was special. All of my teenage, I said to my daughter last night, I said, we were listening to Taylor Swift's 15, song about 15. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we do old Taylor Swift, sometimes we do new Taylor Swift in the car and then drive back from Aurora, from soccer. And we were listening, she's singing this whole song about being 15. This was in her country days. And I was like, Eve, my daughter's name, you are going to love 15. And she's like, really? Because, of course, if you hear a Taylor Swift song, you don't think, like, loving 15. You think you're going to hate it because, like, the boy and the drama and the da-da-da. And I was like, you're going to love 15. And that was my experience.
Yeah.
I had amazing boyfriends and just, like the best first kiss ever and the best dances and... You remember dances when you're in junior high.
My 15 was not like that. I was very awkward at 15.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, yeah. I had a big crush on this, a senior in high school, and I had accidentally won an egg drop competition at the science fair, and I had to go to state competitions. And the senior was there, and I was like walking with the senior down to our next competition, just staring at him like, oh my gosh, you're so dreamy. And I ran smack dab into a tree, knocked myself out, woke up to him standing over me like, are you okay? And it was mortifying.
Well, I'm so sorry you went unconscious, but you really couldn't have planned that better. To have him standing over you.
I was very awkward, but I felt like I started to... 16, 17 was when I really began to find what my roots are.
Yeah.
And that was definitely in the skateboarding world. That's when my boyfriend was a skateboarder, and that's really kind of what led down this whole cultural path that I went down. So in high school and college, I was always a skateboarder, always a snowboarder. And that has really shaped a lot of who I am. The music that I listen to, the culture that I like, the fashion that I like. I mean, I don't dress like a skateboarder anymore, but like there's just that like punk rock.
Yeah, how do you describe it? So the style is it's being comfortable. In your own in what you're wearing. Mm-hmm. It's cash. It's fun. It's easy.
I would say at the height of my snowboarding and skateboarding in college, I was wearing baggy jeans with little midriff half shirts.
Okay.
And kind of, Gwen Stefani was my...
I was just going to say, that's very Gwen, or like the girl in Clueless, the curly-haired girl.
Yes.
That was a little bit more grungy.
Yes.
Prep grungy.
Totally. So I was definitely a skater girl up until like my mid-20s, and then I kind of, everything changed. Yeah, actually, I was, my brain is just going on this little adventure right now, but I was snowboarding at the time competitively, and I was the captain of an all-girls snowboarding team, and I had taken this adventure up to to St. Mary's Glacier, and I was doing a 25-foot gap, which is just like a really big jump.
Break that down for me. It's an actual gap that's
So
the size of a telephone pole.
So it's like a big ramp that you go up, and then there's 25 feet distance.
But what's underneath that?
Just the snow.
Okay.
The ground.
So it's not like a, a big drop.
It can be. Yeah, so like here's the mountain, but then you
I'm
have
going
a
really
ramp.
dramatic with it. I'm imagining like, pokey things.
Oh yeah,
like,
a tar pit like in Pitfall.
Like the Yeti down there is like waiting for you.
He's like, come on, I dare you to fall. But anyway, so yeah, you just go up this ramp and then you go over 25 feet of space and then land on the other side of the ramp. And so I landed way past the ramp and landed in the flat. So I was like, I'm going to do it again. And I got cocky and I speed checked right before I hit the jump. And I just went up in the air and I just smashed right into the other side of the ramp. And my body just went, wha-bam, yard sale. And I didn't break anything. I was fine. But my ego was just shot. And I feel like when you have a big fall like that, you either get right back up and do it again or you're kind of done.
Okay.
So I did not get back up, and that was kind of the end of my snowboarding career, like going big and just being
like 25
brave.
Feet leaps.
Yeah.
Flying.
And the good thing about this snowboarding crash was that it changed my life. And after I didn't have that bravery anymore to snowboard, I actually ended up starting my handbag business.
Okay,
So
this is about 25.
this is 23.
Okay, so quarter life. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here we have Brandi Shigley. You just heard the story of when Brandi Shigley became Brandi Shigley, when you had this moment, this sort of coming, this rite of passage. You were having fun and you were doing the, I don't even know, what do you call that? Like that lifestyle, right? You were like risk taking and you were just like being in your body and you're like, yes.
Yeah.
And then this happened and it got you thinking, what am I doing? What am I creating? Where do I go from here?
Absolutely. And
that was a few years ago.
That was actually 20 years ago that I started my first business. So if I never got into that crash, I have no idea where I would be. So I just started making handbags for the fun of it. This is when I turned 23, and this is before the internet really was anything.
Yeah,
and
let's put a date on that. Let's
1999.
Put a year. Thank you.
Yeah, it was right at the .com boom.
Oh yeah.
And so I built my website on Microsoft Word. I taught myself Photoshop. I put my handbags out into the world. And because the internet was so new, my website just took off. Do you see this little guy?
Yeah. Keep it there. It's your unicorn.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I think his name is Herman.
Oh, Herman.
Yeah.
Hello, Herman. Welcome.
Focus. What was
Took
I
off.
talking about? Yeah, it just took off.
Well, you were right in that sweet spot.
Totally.
Right there.
Totally.
People weren't selling things online so
Yeah,
much.
there was no Etsy. There was not even Google. So in
Really?
Alta Vista or in AOL, when you searched handbags,
Yes.
I came up number 3. B. Shigley Designs. Brandi Shigley is my name, by the way. I don't know. Did we ever say that? I'm Brandi Shigley?
Oh, we did a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
Sort of after the crash, because then that was like your here I am world. And the first thing you chose to make with your hands in this way was the bags. Why the bags?
I have been obsessed with handbags ever since I was a little kid. And that obsession goes back to 3rd grade when I made paper purses. And we would have this, it was 30 minutes on a Friday called Fred, free reading every day. You could read, you could write,
every day.
you could create. And I would take my Trapper Keeper.
Yes.
And I would unfold my Trapper Keeper and make a little wall so no one could see what I was doing.
Okay.
And I would make a paper wallet and paper money to go into my paper wallet and a paper ID to go into my paper wallet to go into my paper purse. And I was just obsessed with compartmentalizing. And I've always been obsessed with how to organize my bag. One of the joys in my life is emptying out my bag and putting everything together. Have you ever seen the movie Amélie?
Yes.
And the mom, how she would like vacuum out her hand.
Yes.
That's me.
Yes.
Like I just find
I've never done
so
that
much
before,
joy in
But I can
that.
imagine how I would enjoy that. There's nothing worse than putting your hands in your bag and getting like gunk in your fingernails
Ooh.
from, you know what I mean, from dirty purses. the bottom of it. Collect so much stuff.
I've never really experienced that. I have put my hand into a bag and my banana got squished in my bag. So yeah, I do know that, and that is not fun at all.
Don't keep bananas in your bag.
Yeah, I know.
Not a happy place for them.
So yeah, I started making handbags and just became...
You made your little shop
Yep.
with your desk and your trapper
Yep,
keeper.
made my little paper purse design firm, and then I'd go out under recess telling everyone I was the paper purse police. And I feel like that's one thing I really think people need to tap into when they're kind of figuring out what their purpose is like, what did you love to do as a kid? What did you just like live for? And for me, it was choreographing dances with our neighbors, making paper purses, and pretending to be a rock star.
Okay, so those three things have now crystallized in your adulthood in the most delightful ways. So let's come back to those.
Okay.
First one I want to remember, paper purse police.
Yes.
Choreographing dances and what was the third again?
Just being a rock star.
Rocking out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've heard about the paper purse police. That turned into B. Shigley Designs, which totally took off, by the way. That wasn't just a little rinky-dink enterprise.
Yeah, that ended up going... I was in the media on a constant...
You were in
a
Paris.
constant basis. Yeah, I was in Paris. I was in London. I was selling my bags in New York, Chicago. I was traveling to LA and San Francisco, and just like, I'm just a girl making bags. I didn't understand what was the big deal. And I think that my bags were cute, but I think it was more the journey of this 23-year-old girl just figuring it all out and doing it.
Yes.
I think it was that entrepreneurial drive and that drive to do something I was passionate about.
Yes.
And then that's what led me to Fashion Denver years later, was to create... I had learned so much, and I didn't want to make bags anymore, but I wanted to take everything I had learned and help other people. So that is when I created Fashion Denver so I could help other local designers. I feel a little booger on my nose. Excuse me.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. I'll just go like this.
It's a ghost one.
Okay.
It's not truly there. This was before Denver had anything going on. I don't want to say that if you're listening and you were like, what? I've been doing this for 40 years. But in terms of blending media, style, sprightliness. Like, I want to use that word for you. Like, you're a sprite. You're like a fashion sprite.
Ooh, I like that.
You bring this passion and this zest and this pure style and fun to it. This was before a lot of that was happening. Denver's such a different scene now.
Oh, so different.
But you were a pioneer for this, so there was really a space sort of carved out for you, or you carved out that space. Tell me about how that worked.
I never intentionally meant to carve anything out. I just saw needs that needed to be met, and I knew how to do it. So I had lived in San Diego for 2.5 years, and while I was there, I was doing the shows in LA and in San Francisco and really learning about how to really build your brand and how to really get out there and doing these fashion markets on a bigger level. And so when I came back to Denver, I was just like, we don't have anything like that. I want to try that. So I started doing these seasonal fashion markets in 2004. December of 2004 was my first one.
Okay, so that's how that
15
started.
years ago.
You started.
Almost.
You're like, we're going to make a market.
Yep,
and
going to make a market.
seasonal.
And then over the course of 15 years, which is just insane to me that Fashion Denver's been around 15 years. Seasonal fashion markets, producing fashion shows, big and small. I had a boutique for 3 years.
Like a brick and mortar?
Yeah, brick and mortar. I had 2 locations, not simultaneously, but I moved from a small space to a bigger space down in the Golden Triangle.
Okay.
And then...
What was the name of it? What did
Fashion Denver.
It's Fashion Denver.
Yeah, Fashion Denver. We carried like close to 30 local designers in there.
Wow.
But the thing of it is that like I felt like we needed a boutique to carry local designers. So I created that, but that was not where my heart was. I am not good at staying somewhere and sitting somewhere for 8 hours a day. Like, it's very hard for me to sit still. So after 3.5, 4 years, I was just like, you know, I'm telling people to go out there and do what they love, and I'm not doing what I love. And it was actually a designer named Rachel Marie Hurst that was like, Brandi, you are the one who tells us to follow our dreams, and we are all here for you to follow your dreams. And it was just like this permission to let it go.
Yeah.
And I had felt started to just I just was becoming kind of cranky. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like, we're just burnt out.
Yeah,
I was burnt out and I wasn't enjoying it, but I felt obligated.
Yeah.
And the moment that Rachel said that to me,
you had these people, vendors, you were selling their stuff.
Yep. And I didn't want to let anybody down. But when Rachel just said, "Hey, you need to listen to your heart," it just gave me this
Rachel.
freedom.
Thank
yes,
you,
Rachel, thank you. Love
Where
you.
is Rachel now? Is she still
Rachel's in Denver kicking butt. Yeah,
Okay.
she was out in New York. She had won this designer competition with Pepsi. She's opened up a new boutique.
Here in town.
Yeah, here in town. So she's just those little words that, you know, it's amazing. Like one little tiny thing that somebody can say
Right time,
can
right
free
place.
you, can inspire you, can build you. And oppositely, can break you down, can bring you fear. And so I think it's so important, like, to understand that our words, we can use our words to build or destroy. So we need to use our words to build.
It's interesting you say that because there are moments in time where you'll get an impulse and to speak words of love to a friend or a partner or a child for that matter, but you'll get that impulse, and then how many times do we say, no, it's not my business, I'm not going to say anything, I'm going to let them figure it out? But what if that impulse is really divine inspiration to be that Rachel in that moment when you were able to hear it, so that the walls could come and then you could move on to this trajectory which your soul really wanted you to take, which after you heeded those words, then you moved into this whole other space of what Fashion Denver
is now
become.
Yeah, which is also always changing. So 4 years ago, I love teaching this workshop, which I haven't done it for years, and I'm going to get ready to do it again, called Do What You Love, Love What You Do.
Oh, yes.
But since I first started doing that in 2002, technology has changed. The way you do business has changed. I've changed. So I am really excited to redo my syllabus and see how different it is than how it was even just 3 years ago. But there was a guy named Dr. Brad Poppy who took my workshop, and he wanted to design dress shirts for the athletic, fit, bodybuilding body.
Okay.
So he hired me. He took my workshop, hired me for consulting, and I helped just connect him and build his business. And 2.5 years ago, he actually hired me, which was really scary because I've always been on my own. I've always been consulting and hustling and doing my own thing. And when he first asked if I'd like to work for him, not as a consultant, but as an employee, I was like, no, I really appreciate my freedom.
Doing what? What would you have been doing, or what did he want you?
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
This is real time.
Yeah.
This is what's really happening right now.
It's just dry season over here, and it's all a mess. It's hot and it's cold and it's dry.
But
then
good?
You're good.
Okay.
You're still good. I think it's just because you're on camera and you're thinking that something
No,
is
it's
happening.
not boogery. I feel like my
It's
nose
just
is
dry.
running.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the opposite.
beautiful.
Of things. But still, if I have anything running, not a booger, but
Yes.
anyway, enough of that. The snot talk.
Dr.
It's not
Brad.
snot talk. Dr. Brad Poppy. So I helped him build his business, and then he was like, "I'd like to hire you." And
course you would, 'cause you're
I was
amazing.
I was afraid because I had been so free to do whatever I want. Yet simultaneously, I was always hustling and I was stressed
A
out.
lot of
and-
years of hustle.
Yes. And so I just really took some time to think about, is this something I really want to do? And then I just said, you know what, Brad, I would love to do this, but here's how I want to do it. So we figured out my schedule that would allow me to do Fashion Denver, to do the things that I'm passionate about, and work for him. And it's just been such a blessing because it's really allowed me to take everything I've learned over the past 20 years, apply it to a company that's outside of my own self, and be able to help someone else grow their company, but while simultaneously being true to who I am.
Yes.
So it's been just amazing. Our company, Bradley Allen, launched a little less than a year ago, and we designed dress shirts for the fit body, and for months, I was just going around to different gyms and bodybuilders and measuring their muscles and like
finding out what you, because that's your research.
Yeah.
It's not bad research.
Right.
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, it was definitely
maybe a little smelly research.
Yeah,
but
sometimes it was smelly. Sometimes
I
it
get
was a
them
little
coming out of the
uncomfortable.
gym after the shower.
Yeah, they don't shower all the time when they leave. But anyway,
Yeah.
these guys are just so nice, and I got into the world of fitness, and so just being in the world of fitness and seeing these bodybuilders and seeing these competitors and seeing these bodybuilding shows was really fun. And it's fun to just get out of my own little bubble, because I'm in a different bubble than this fitness bubble. And now we're actually melding these bubbles together with Fashion Denver and Bradley Allen. And it's just been so fun. And it's also really fun because Brad believes in me and he believes in my skills and he listens to me and values me, where it's not just like, okay, I'll do whatever,
Sure.
like we're like this. And so he allows me to bring in the giving back portion. Like I love serving. I just want to serve people. So tomorrow we're actually doing a clothing drive at Second Chance Center, which is a center for people who have experienced prison, and now they're back out in the world and like helping them to build what they need,
love
giving them the
that.
resources.
I think I've something similar to that with my Bob's Killer Bread. He supports that organization for a second chance for men.
Oh, cool.
Men coming out of felons and whatnot.
Yeah.
Out, giving them jobs and giving them. There's just there's so many needs, so many basins of places to serve when you're paying attention and when you're tuned in like that.
Yeah.
And when you work for somebody like Dr. Brad Poppy.
Yes.
If you're going to work for somebody with that name.
Yeah, because it's really fun. Dr. Brad Poppy. And I can't say his name without an accent. It's Dr. Brad Poppy. So it's been just awesome. It's been such an experience to let go of trying to control everything myself. And as an entrepreneur, that's what I know. I know only how to do every single thing myself.
Yes.
And now we're building a team. And we have Jessica, who interned for Fashion Denver. She's our man. Excuse me.
She's your man. Jessica's your man. Adjure.
She's our manager of operations. And she is just so good at these details and these spreadsheets. And whereas I am like the dreamer, so I'm off in like la la land, like, what if we do this? And Jessica's like, well, let's look at the reality of that and da 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 da. So to have such an analytical and such like kind of dreamy combination really allows us to be realistic while simultaneously making our dreams a reality.
Absolutely. You have to have all parts. And I think that the illusion, as I've seen it, as I've gone through it, is that I'm going to do it all. Because there's entrepreneurship, which is when you really move into that, hiring, but then there's the solopreneur. Solopalooza-ing.
That is really fun, the
And
solopalooza-ing.
It is, because especially for somebody like me, in times where I love doing things the way that I love to do them. I love doing them at my pace, my own pace. I love designing my own brand. Please don't tell me that orange is needed there. Orange is not needed.
Right.
Don't tell me that a different,
font,
whatever. I love having complete control over. However, how tremendously narrow and limiting that can be. And I'm in similar boats where I've had all these invitations this past year to work in these different projects or to work with these different personality types. And I have said yes to so many, and I'm so grateful for the twists and turns that have come from the yes.
Yeah.
The lessons that I've learned, and good and hard, easy and hard. I don't think any lesson is really easy
Right.
to say.
Then it's kind of not a lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's like,
Yeah.
Magic Carpet Ride is like highs and lows, peaks and valleys, all of it. My dog is upstairs and is trying to get out. And so this whole time that I'm talking, if you sense that I'm somewhere else, I keep going, and I'm halfway up there because I'm thinking about my dog.
And I was actually halfway listening to my phone vibrate, and I'm like, why didn't I turn the vibration off? But now the dog is not scratching. My phone is not going.
They're not.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
But being in control of of everything and being able to release that and open up your mind.
And the affirmation or the glorious part of it that I embrace every morning, especially in the season where I'm sort of on the other side of the yeses, things have settled down. And I'm like, I see that. I see all the beautiful reasons why and the journey within myself, and I get it. And now I'm in this real horizon phase. It's horizon, daybreak for me, energetically, where now I have room, I have space to look and see and feel what, when we talked about that impulse, where is the creative impulse going? Where does it want to be directed? And because all these other commitments and things have sort of been cleared away and finished, and now I'm looking at this space, and it's very exciting for me, but it's also a bit daunting, is that the word? Because I just try to keep it real easy on myself, because things that are in my horizon right now, I look around and I say, ooh, writing. Yeah. I love writing. I love how I feel when I'm writing. I love words when they flow. I love the responses and emotions. I'm that kind of writer that I love to paint pictures and poetry and things like that. So it's like, ooh, writing. Maybe I'll go there. And it's like, ooh, this, and maybe so right now I'm just in the maybe, not the clear defined yes, because I'm taking more time with my yes these days.
That's great.
Taking more time with my yes.
Have you spent a lot of time in the not even a maybe zone, but like I'm not even going to think about that right now?
That's a tough zone for me to be in, because I love color so much, and I don't like to be in the dark where I can't see it. So I'm like always, in other words, if something comes my way, an invitation or something, I don't know if I've ever said no, like hard no. Some people are really good at that.
Yeah.
They're like, no, no thank you. And I'm like, I always have to look at it for a bit. So it's always just on my shelf. I have a lot of shelves in my mind. There's really a shelfie life. There's like all the ideas and all the opportunities are always out in a shelf. They're open. It's open shelving. They're not closed. There's no lock and key. It's like, there they are. And it's probably not the easiest way, because it can drive me crazy. It's a lot of distractions. But it does allow me to intuitively look at things and see, and just, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To just be open. I feel like there's, and probably now actually things are working a little bit differently though in my life, because I've had a whirlwind of yeses this year, and I was exhausted. And it wasn't the best expression of me, because I have all this stuff on the horizon. I am a creative whirlwind, like me and my best expression of myself. I am like this coat. Yeah. You know, when I'm like I'm Joseph in the, have you seen Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? When he's doing the dance and they're like, red and yellow and purple and violet and azure and da 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 da, and he's turning around, and then the narrator comes in and she goes in the higher octave and she's like, green and purple and silver and brown and it's like they're spinning around, and like that's my life. That's how I love to live, with a Technicolor Dreamcoat, like all the colors turning, not ever fixed, right? Spinning around so much that the colors all blend together. That's how I prefer. Well, now I'm at the stage in life where I'm like, that's fun and all, but when do things begin to actualize? Right. When do things begin to ground and grow? So for me, what that looks like in this moment in time is just enjoying being in my home. Yes. Being in my home. My dog is like freaking out right now.
Should we let him out?
No, because you know what's going to happen? He's going to Danny, he's going to crash the podcast.
Okay.
Maybe we should just try it and see.
Yeah, let's just see. Maybe he can be part of the podcast.
Okay. I'm feeling we'll just keep recording. Hi everybody.
Yeah.
Part of me will yell for my son to come and get the dog down.
Okay.
Braden. Bray! Now I just feel like...
Maybe...
Steven.
I wish that the mics would pick that up.
Yeah.
I know that they won't.
You don't think that they will? They won't be able to hear it?
But your brain will know that that's happening.
I'm just feeling that it's like a baby crying.
Yeah.
Like, I know my baby's crying in the soundproof room. Like, nobody can hear
And
it.
Braden's
but
just like, I don't hear you, dog.
he doesn't care. He's playing Fortnite. My kids are home from school today. So I told him podcast time is Fortnite time. And my daughter isn't even here. She took off. Oh, this is going to be good.
Okay.
Get ready, guys.
Everyone get ready
for
to
it.
meet Danny. Danny will
We
be
might
joining
get both,
us.
Danny and Zoe.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Have you ever been on a podcast before?
You guys
Come
are
here.
really
Get over on
excited.
this side. Come here.
Come
Come
on
over
over.
on here. Come on.
This is Danny.
Danny,
And-
hi.
Hi.
Tell us about your day and what is inspiring you today.
All is well. And Zoe's,
Come on, Zoe.
She's a little more pensive.
Come here, Zoe.
So these are my Lhasa Poo puppies. They're part Lhasa Apso, and Poodle.
Oh, whoa.
So like the Tibetan dogs that, are the little, they'd be in the temples, the little dust mop dogs.
Yeah.
They were guard dogs. Hello, everybody.
You
Say
definitely
hello.
want to be part of this podcast.
Yes. Life is good. Everybody happy? Okay. We're not freaking out. She's all shaky.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. My goodness.
Yes.
So,
You know, one thing.
Home.
Yes.
Pets. Pets are part of home.
They really are.
They just grounding and growing.
Grounding, growing, petting, loving.
It's that time of year, here in the northern hemisphere anyways. It's like this is fall, this is the middle of October, and there's it snowed yesterday in Denver, or the day
Crazy.
before.
And tomorrow's going to be not tomorrow. Sunday's going to be 27
Sunday.
degrees or something.
Yes, that's so, yeah. So I'm just really learning how to take it easy, chill out
Yes.
on the, like you were talking about, the hustle.
Yep.
It's like that's one way to get things done. And then there's also the piece of faith
Yeah.
that says things are going to come, right time, right place. And I'm just going to focus on feeling really good in my home. I'm going to really take care of my body and really love up on myself and think really, like, for me, it starts in my mind. And it starts with routine. So this is another thing I'm really into right now is when the season changes, like I love Ayurvedic medicine and Ayurvedic practice, which is, ancient rhythms and like letting my nervous system kind of, pre-paving my day, knowing how I'm going to, it's like telling my body how to calm down through the rhythm. So if I wake up at a certain time every day, if my body knows I'm going to have this ritual in the morning, it's going to look like this, and I'm staying consistent with it. Because as an entrepreneur, solo palooza, or whatever, it's different every day.
Yeah.
And I can get addicted to that excitement,
Right.
The swirling Technicolor Dreamcoat. Like I can yes, it's going to be something different every day, and I love that diversity, and I love the rush. But sustainably, my body 6 months later doesn't love.
Right.
We're not made to rush.
Yep.
We're not made to move so fast. We're made to be in different rhythms, to be in the range, right? So for me, certainly with the season changing, it's dropping into slow life. What does slow life look like for me right now?
So on my business card, it's dreamer, doer. And I have really in the past year learned how to be a beer. Just don't dream. I mean, always dream, but just be still.
It'd be impossible to not dream.
So I'm in a season of just being still. Or at least I think I am, but then my friends are like, but you're still doing this, and this, and this. But it's more intentional.
Yeah.
I'm saying no to things. And a lot of it has transpired because my mom is going through chemo. And as my parents get older, there's been this realization of, oh my gosh, I need to be there for my parents. So while my mom is on chemo and just way more, even after chemo, I'm going to spend way more time with my family, but I'm over at my parents' house 3 to 4 times a week. So I'm going to actually create me a bedroom over there and really create my roots.
I was going to ask you if you have your bedroom still like from
I don't.
the 90s?
No, I don't. But I am going to set up my new bedroom, like my old bedroom, and hang up my teenage posters.
I always think about that. Like when I see Ferris Bueller and I see I've been decorating my kids' room and I have this no poster rule. Like, you guys can't have posters. Mm-hmm. We need to be like fancy here and have things framed. But then I'm like, why am I limiting that? Like, posters are the best.
Yeah.
When you're a kid.
You pull them out of your Big Bopper magazine and then you pin them on.
You choose them in the store. You get to it's
Yep.
like wallpaper or whatever.
Yes! At
You remember
Spencer's
those?
Gifts. Yes.
Oh my God, do they still have Spencer's?
I don't know. Spencer's was like the first place that I got exposed to a lot of things.
Naughty. It was a
Yeah,
naughty place.
it was a naughty
I would
place.
I would sneak into Spencer's. Like, my parents wouldn't know I'd be in Spencer's in the mall.
But it was also the place you would go to buy your poster of Corey Haim.
Yeah.
So it was
Feldman.
also...
Oh, no, I was Corey
Oh,
Haim.
really? Okay, I was
didn't-
definitely Corey Haim.
It's like, why do we even have a choice? Corey Haim or Feldman? It's Haim all the way.
For us, but to some, Feldman all the way.
What was it with Feldman that they...
I don't know. What was it about Haim that we
Oh,
loved?
he was cute. He
Yeah.
was like Joey McIntyre. He was cute.
I loved... Joey was my favorite NKOTB. Yeah.
Can we just challenge? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
This is the time to bring it out.
Okay.
Can you, first of all, without singing it, because we're going to save the song.
Oh, okay.
Because I already think I know what the song is going to
Okay.
be. What's your favorite NKOTB song?
Okay, got it.
You got it? Okay. Can you play it? And you're allowed to say no. Don't start barking, Danny.
He wants to sing.
Or you're just singing. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is the moment of song. Can you play it on
Oh, boy.
the ukulele?
Oh, maybe.
Okay, you have the song?
Yeah.
You have it in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put the lay on you.
Okay.
I'm going to flower you here.
Wow, this is
Friday
this
flowers.
is gonna really be a challenge. This is a great challenge.
Here you go. Okay, ready? NKOTB.
Okay.
On the ukulele.
Okay.
It's not tuned.
Yeah, that's gonna
Take a
that's
moment for proper
Whoa.
tunage. I mean, this is. I don't know in the way that ukuleles are made, but
Yeah. One thing I used to not want to tune instruments. I just wanted to play it, but if you don't have a ukulele or an instrument tuned, you shouldn't play it.
just don't even.
Ooh. Okay, guys, we're getting out the ukulele tuner on my phone
You have the app.
because that's gonna make things a lot.
I'll hold it.
Easier.
What is the app called?
It is called Ukulele Tuner.
Stop it. There really is such a thing.
Oh yeah, ukulele tuner.
I
So
heard you play while you're pulling it up. Oh wait, I can't talk while you're tuning though. I'll hold it for you.
Okay, you hold this. So on a ukulele, it's Good Cats Eat Apples. GCAEA. So for
But I'll spare everybody.
I cannot find the G spot. Ooh. I have my ukulele in the trunk of my car.
You do.
Ugh.
Do you need to run out and get it? We'll pause.
Really?
Yeah, go get it.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab.
We're gonna do this
okay.
right. Okay, so we're back, and that may or may not be edited. Some of it might be. It was pretty exciting. We spent 5 minutes trying to tune my daughter's ukulele, which she got from her Montessori school. It looks legit,
It is legit. As soon as we get that tuned, that little thing will be wonderful.
and you're going to teach me how to play. Because I've always wanted to. The problem with ukulele playing for me, and piano for that matter, is I like to keep my nails long.
But that's okay.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, with the guitar, it's a lot easier to play when you have short nails. But ukulele,
Okay, so hashtag ukulele challenge.
ukulele lady,
Ukulele lady challenge.
the
Can
ukulele lady
you-
challenge.
You have this is a
Okay.
magical flower lay.
Okay.
Okay, it has magical power, so it's going to help you with finding the song. The Ukulele Lady Challenge is: can you play your favorite NKOTB song with some strings?
On the spot for a song I haven't heard in a long time.
Okay.
But I can play the first sentence. Okay, and you guess which one it is,
Oh,
okay?
it has to be. But what if don't be offended if this isn't your favorite one, but the one that I'm thinking of is Please Don't Go.
That's it! That's the one I was gonna do! It'll ruin my whole world.
Okay, we ready for this?
Okay,
Joey McIntyre, if you're listening,
this is for you.
you still make all our dreams come true.
That's all I can do. Please don't go, girl. That's all we got. It'll ruin my whole world. So the thing I love about the ukulele is that like you can really play notes even just with one finger. Little surfer, little one, makes my heart come undone. Do you love me? Do you, surfer girl?
I want to wear a red and white polka dot bikini while you're singing that song.
That's cute. I'll teach you how to play that one. That's a really easy one. That'll be on Ukulele Ladies YouTube in sometime in the near future. But this little instrument has really helped me with stress.
Well, so there's reason why I wanted you to bring it out. That's how I first got to know you. So I saw you on stage, emceeing, maybe at the Red Ball, maybe somewhere, someplace. Don't worry about my dogs. This is what happens when the dogs are down for the podcast.
When the dogs are unleashed.
Stephen is my
Wrangler.
wrangler. Oh, dear Lord. Pause for the dogs.
Pause for the dogs.
Just
Just enjoy this.
Throw them out. Oh my God, throw them out. It's 11:11. So this is how I first felt you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you see somebody and then you feel somebody. You had your ukulele out, and I think that it was like heavy subject matter. There was something that was a little bit of heavier discussion going on, and you just pulled this out, and everything it was your Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
Is it shifted things?
Oh my gosh, yes. In fact, so this week I went to chemo with my mom. Shortly after chemo, my mom was having chest pains. We went to the ER. We spent 13 hours at the hospital on Monday. But good news, no blood clots, healthy heart, not sure what was going on. And then this weather, like I am definitely a sunshine girl. So just yesterday I was like, I'm just kind of bummed out, like this weather, life is so heavy. And I was just making an Insta story and I just started singing and I'm like, whoa, it's really hard to have a bad day when you just sing. And immediately... my whole day was completely turned around just because I was being a dork and I was singing and like I changed that. And I think for me, music and dancing are the two ways that will absolutely change my mood. And that derives from my mom. When my mom adopted me from the Philippines, she just played guitar and sang to me.
All the time.
All the time.
As you were a baby.
As I was a baby. I was 16 months old when I was adopted, but all throughout my life, she would just sing to me, sing me to sleep, and it's just been instilled in me. And I think that with the combination of I think Filipinos just in their genes are musical people. That combination just draws me to music and draws me to make music. And like, I love to sing and I love making music. I love recording music. I love performing music. And it's just so fun. It's another chapter of that freeness that I feel like I'm not an expert ukulele player. I know some chords and I can sing and I can put those things together. And I think a lot of times people have this like analysis paralysis where they're like, I need to be really good at it before I can do anything. Whereas I'm like, I'm just learning, but here we go.
Sometimes you just got to start with a bingo.
Absolutely. Exactly. So, yeah.
So that was the second thing, is the choreographing from when you were, going back to third grade.
Yep.
You were paper purse police, and then there was the choreographing part.
Choreographing dances.
And that for you was like, so it's movement, it's placing things
Yeah.
in certain. How have you brought your
I would say
skills?
choreographing by just producing events. I love bringing people together, and I really love bringing people together who all have this light and this gift to shine.
Yeah.
So then to bring all of those people into one place, like that, I think is my choreographing as an adult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's how. So what are you thinking as that space of genius?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you're bringing people together, how can you put into words how you want it to be, or how you want the outcome to be? What is the success for you?
I think just seeing people be free. So a lot of times when I bring people together for a production of something, I don't necessarily have an expectation. You just know. Like, you just know that they are going to be in their zone of genius and they're going to shine. And that's what I continue to love about Fashion Denver. It's not about me. It's about all of these amazing people with these gifts, and Fashion Denver can just shine the light and connect. And that's what I really feel like my purpose is just to like bring that light into the darkness. And whether it's like shining a spotlight on a designer and showcasing them, or like bringing together, like I'll be working with Megan Timlin and my friend Stevie Ray, and they're going to be styling these people who've come out of prison, but they're both so passionate about that. So it's like, I love to bring style. I love to bring passion into places that needs to see that light. And that's really what I'm starting to see as I get older, and just my journey and my walk in life, and just dealing with facing death and dealing with like just all these things.
Yes.
And it's really been life-changing for me to understand what my purpose is. Because like, yeah, fashion is great and designing is great and style is great, but ultimately that wasn't what my purpose was. My purpose is to help others and help myself just shine and share our gifts with the world.
Yes.
And that's when things just started to click. So it's really been in the past like few years where I'm like really understanding what my purpose is.
Well, you're in that stage in life where there's enough accumulation of what's worked and hasn't worked so well. You've got it all in your purse.
Yep.
In
my
soul
organized
purse.
yeah.
Yes. It's all like this, and you can pull out now and go, well, this one I know how to do. It's an intuitive thing, right?
Yeah.
I know this is what this needs now.
Yep.
And this is what this needs now. And it really starts with that ability. I was going to say it starts with the ability to see. But I think even before we can see what somebody's gift is, it's here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We love them.
Yeah.
I can look at you and say, I love you.
Yeah.
And as we open ourselves to loving people, then it's almost like a switch turns on, and we can see through our eyes of our heart really what their gifts are and what our gifts are. Because love just opens.
Right.
Love is an activator. It's the most
Absolutely.
powerful force in
Chills.
everything, everywhere. And when we can truly come from the heart, then I can see you as this holy.
But it's because you are free in yourself to see that freedom in others. Because when we're not feeling free, we don't have as much access to love others because we are so imprisoned. Do you know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
And then when you just get to that point of freedom, you just see everything. You just see love in everybody. You see how you can love everybody.
Yeah. You can see.
Yeah.
You're a light bringer. That's what I love about you. So my words for you is the fashion sprite, but also the way that you see the light and fan it to flame is a really powerful gift to this town and to everybody you've been able to. I mean, let's just take everybody listening, everybody watching, take a minute and think about your life and imagine it from panoramic view. Imagine magic carpet view. Looking down on the timeline, the entirety that has been your life, your great life, and think about all the people that you have been able, whether you were in Paris at a fashion show, whether you were in third grade at the line leader at recess, or whether you were just look at the entirety and think about how you got to bring the light in that moment.
Yeah.
In that moment, in that moment, just being, and what that light did, how that light activated in ways you'll never even know.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
that's what love does.
Yeah.
Love changes things. Love is
Absolutely.
like opening the curtains and being able to see things
Mm-hmm.
more brightly. Love brings that power. So I absolutely, that's why I wanted you here on my couch today to play with
Love
you. And yes, and we had a lot of it's Friday disturbances between my kids being home,
I
my
love it.
dogs being here, my ukulele not being tuned, which
But we'll tune
this is a
that.
project.
It's
This is
great.
like a Saturday morning project to get this baby. I wanted to like paint it. You know, like a Day of the Dead kind of style. I love
Oh.
Mexican folk art.
Oh.
I was like,
Okay,
how fun to
yeah.
have it be, because then you came in with yours, which you kept keep in your trunk, which is hilarious.
Ukuleles playing
And
the
yours is black,
ukulele. Yeah.
which nothing is more exciting to me than bright colors on black, like as displayed
Absolutely.
in my jacket today.
I absolutely love this robe. Tell me about it, please.
Oh, honey, this is a Etsy. I have my Etsy shops, and I get it from, Uzbekistan. Is that the name of the
Oh.
country? There's a couple of shops that I
Oh.
get from those places in
Okay.
Russia, Central
This is
Asia,
gorgeous.
Russia.
Are there pockets?
That is the fault to this. There is not.
That's what I
And-
love about these. You could literally have a tank top, pair of jeans on, and throw this on,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yes. Like, where's my crown? Exactly. That's. So this is.
I love it.
So this is us Friday.
us.
Magic
Yes.
Magic Carpet Live Show. And I think that we need to have a jam session and a proper, or maybe
Send
a
off.
fashion show
Oh yeah,
next time we bring you on.
that would be so fun. Or like, maybe I'll bring like my most favorite pieces. We could give each other,
Yes.
like give me your most, show me your most memorable piece and tell the story behind it.
Yes. So that's
That
what
would
it's about.
be fun.
The story behind.
This actually, this has a story behind it. May I
This
share
teeny
it?
tiny little thing.
This
Yeah.
little bracelet, I believe, is from Cyprus. And this belonged to my grandmother, who had like 5 bangles. And this was one of those 5 bangles that she gave to her daughters and to me. And my grandmother, a year ago, she had just turned 90. And it was about this time she developed a cough. And that's when her health really started to go down. And she was nearing the end of her life. And my mom and my aunt and I took care of my grandma. And as my grandma was slowly ending this life, my aunt and my mom were like, pay attention to how you are caregiving for grandma, because you're going to need to know this for me.
Jeez.
I know. It was like so heavy. So here my mom is taking care of my grandmother while I'm simultaneously learning how
3
one day
generations.
I will be taking care of my mother. And it changed my life. And I had to be brave. And I had to be brave to face death. And I had to be brave to go on this journey, not just like watch my mom's cancer journey from afar, but be right next to her in this. And so for the past year, I've been learning how to caregive, and I've been learning how to love, and I've been learning how to be in the moment. And that's really where my life has been. That's where this whole being is. And it's been so beautiful. And like, even during my mom's chemos, we are cracking up. We are getting our doctors dancing with us. And it's like, when you can find the joy in these difficult moments, it makes life not so bad. Like, there's some really scary things, but we're laughing throughout it all. And it truly changes everything about it. So I would say it's one of the most challenging seasons that I've faced in my life so far. But it is the most, like, I have so much peace and joy in this challenge. And it's just been amazing to have that peace and joy in a hard time.
Yeah. You're full.
Yeah.
You find fun in it.
Yeah, my heart feels full. It doesn't mean that it doesn't feel sad or it doesn't feel scared, but it feels full, and that fear and those just sad moments are part of that fullness, especially when it's just all wrapped up in joy and love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of that coming from you. So next time we see each other, fashion show or
Yes.
gospel choir.
Oh, both. Gospel choir
together.
fashion show.
We'll do gospel robes as part of the fashion show.
Yes.
We'll design the robes.
Yes.
Because wouldn't that
would
be fun to have a gospel concert with designed
What if we
robes?
organized an event with a bunch of amazing women where we had just basic robes and then scraps of patches and colors and paints, and it's a robe decorating extravaganza?
Yeah, and there's something, we get some kids in there too.
Yes.
That's always been actually a dream of mine, is to have a gospel choir and to have some kids. I have this desire. One of my, visions is to be a part of a really legit gospel choir. And,
You should be. Your voice is amazing.
Well, thank you. And I want to bring people into the choir. So I want people to like stand in the choir and feel
Yes.
that and sway with and be a part of that experience, because to me that is like one of the most delicious things of life.
Oh my
is,
gosh.
like life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a gospel choir.
Right.
Like to me, I would love
Right.
people to experience that. So all right, so
I love
that's
it.
we're creating that. It's out there. It's on
Yes.
it's in the
Do you know where I'm going on Monday?
No.
I am flying out to Nashville for 5 days, and I am attending the Dove Awards, which are the Christian and
Yes.
Gospel Music Awards.
For what? Like as just to
A
go?
red
or-
carpet front row experience.
Okay.
And so that's on Tuesday night. And Monday night, I will be at a coffee shop with some of like the finest 5 songwriters in the Christian and gospel community
For like
in
a
Nashville. I don't really
powwow
know,
jam
just
session.
to hang out with them and learn, and hopefully I really hope there's just some like music happening and we're all just like, yes.
Impossible for it not to be
Yeah.
happening. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So that's
much
the day after tomorrow, or 2 days.
wherever
yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Do
wherever
you
we
travel
are.
with ukulele?
Yes, I'm definitely bringing this.
Yeah. So you'll kind of bust it out and
Yeah. I'll
and
be
be available
Woo!
for yes. If you do see Joey McIntyre there, tell him.
Does he live in Nashville?
I don't know.
Well, if he does, I'm gonna find him. No, I'm just
Doesn't
kidding.
everybody live in Nashville?
I don't know.
And KOTB
I
is
have
not really
never
a
been
Nashville
in
crowd.
to Nashville before. But my heart, there's something that my heart is like just drawn right now at this time in my life. I
Yes.
feel like there's something special waiting for me in
Yeah,
Nashville.
like music is about to get.
Yeah.
Is the next.
Yeah.
I
I feel like there's like some new relationships that are going to build that are going to really shine the light on where I need to be focused, and I'm excited. It's the unknown, but I'm so excited about that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, think about that. My God, the Dove
Thanks
Awards
for-
are such a big deal. No, this is just me loving you. I'm just touching
Okay.
your hair. So as we land the carpet, if you can think of a really great question, reflection, a fun question, a fun, treasure hunt, whatever application for people that are listening and watching, what would you say would be, what would you give to them that they can do today to feel?
Yes. I think what I would like to know, and I was telling my friend Judah about this last night.
Fabulous name.
Yeah, absolutely. What is that one thing that you can do that just grounds you? Like for me, what it is organizing my handbag. I know it's a
Paper
silly
Purse
thing.
Police
Yes.
comes out to ground you.
But when I organize my bag and when I have that perfect bag that sits perfectly still right here, it's like my power
Your Rosie
bag.
the Riveter pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try this one. No. But when I just have that, it's a comfort to me. So I want to know, like, what is it that just brings you so much comfort that you can do in the drop of a hat? Like, maybe it is like, I'm having a really bad day, I'm going to sing a quick little song. Oh, I'm not having a bad, like, what is yours? What is
Yeah.
that thing that just comforts you?
So I'm a
and
scattered hot
grounds you?
mess, which is frequently, my vibe. That's where I can go if I'm on autopilot, right? I'm like, oh, what was I just doing? Oh, I lost my keys. Where's my phone?
Yeah.
What grounds me in that moment is probably cuddling my dogs because I have to be really present. And there's something that happens, or my children, or my husband, that if he's really lucky, I have to like really be ready for that, because there's something about when you're in partnership and you like really take that moment with your partner, because then it's just like everything just melts, and your purpose is there, your love.
Yes.
It's that return to love and connection that totally grounds me.
Yes, I love that.
And then, of course, all the other things you can think of, like in the summertime, maybe going barefoot, or it'd be like breath. But for me, I would say a good cuddle, puppy cuddle, and with
Puppy
my babies. Yeah,
I love it. Steven, what's yours? That one little thing that just makes you like, yes.
Slamming through gears in a fast car.
Oh, slamming through beers in a fast car? Oh, yes. Okay. I was like, that does not sound safe.
Right?
Yeah, slamming through gears in a fast car. I like that. I once drove my cousin in Texas. I drove his Mustang, and there was that feeling that I had never felt before when I shifted and was like on the gas, and the sound of the engine was totally like that feeling I get when my handbag is right
it's a
here.
click.
Yeah.
It's like a click.
I love that answer, Steven.
So when you want to feel grounded, wait for the click.
Yes. Or just create
That
the click.
sensation. Create the click.
Yeah.
It's about the click.
It's all about that click. About that click. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
This has been so awesome. Thank you so much for.
Yeah.
I needed this in my day. I needed this in my week, and I needed this in my life. And like, you are just such a light, and you allow so many people to shine, and you help people through those dark places. So you too are a light and a
Bringing the
sprite
light.
and a free. Like, one of the things that I've been attracted to you about is just your freedom. We were at an event, just actually as a meditation, out on this beautiful field, and Tiffany and I were just dancing. And dancing is another freedom. Like, dancing is like, you don't care what anyone thinks about you. You just move, and you just do what your body does. And like, that moment we were dancing together, it was just like, yep, we clicked. We got that. We got that. Yeah.
The click
Yeah. So thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for bringing me on the magic carpet ride, and just for having this for so many people. You're amazing.
Thank you, baby. Many more to come.
Yes.
So, thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Yes. Thanks for
I think we're going to
tuning
land
in.
it like this. And
Jazz.
see you next week on Magic Carpet Life.